Good day, beautiful listeners of Gqeberha FM. What is that time again? Time flies, but I'm always excited to be speaking to you on the Midday Talk session where we talk to entrepreneurs, business men and women, movers and shakers of Port Elizabeth, Gqeberha. And we are excited, to always have these wonderful men that's just making a difference, in our communities, in the economy at large. Today we have another amazing gentleman, actually two amazing gentlemen joining me in studio today. Okay, so it's Werner van Heerden of Care Diagnostic and Coding. I didn't get the name of the other gentleman.
Yeah, no, 100%. My name is Armand, and I'm actually the technician that do all the diagnostic scans and etc. on the vehicles.
Okay. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I believe it is going to be a very interesting. I just told them that a lady is interviewing two gentlemen about cars. But it's going to be exciting.
100%.
It's going to be a jolly ride. Okay, let me just see. So I'm just going to go through your bio quickly. Okay, so Care Diagnostic and Coding provides you with a full detailed report of your vehicle's electrical system. They also clear all your faulty codes in the electrical system and aligned your control units, as well as coding of control modules. Have you ever sent your car in for repairs and only to get it back with the same problem? I'm sure you have. Also, Care Diagnostic and Coding acquired a revolutionary diagnostic machine that connects with the vehicle's electrical system to hone in on exactly where the problem is, and it's crazy accurate, it's on the mark, on the spot. They also come to you. So if you live inside Gqeberha, Port Elizabeth, drop them a message and contact them on the number that we're gonna get right now. So don't get caught off guard by having your engine lights checked, and if you are caught off guard actually, then you contact them ASAP. They're all about sorting out your vehicle, with affordable price. There's no rip-offs involved here. So gentlemen, thank you very much, for coming and sharing what you are doing. I believe you are all about the people.
Yes.
First of all, when I went through your page, when I was just going through your page and seeing what you're doing, I can actually see that you are all about saving, when it comes to the purge, the expenditure of your potential clients. There's no rub-off.
That's correct.
So can you just tell me, the genesis of the business and how it all started?
100%.
Okay, let me start. My name is Werner. I'm the owner of the business, part owner rather. Mantis is my partner. And it all started with me having issues on my vehicles a couple of years back. And then I obviously tried to get a mechanic, if you can call it that, to help me sort out the problem. And unfortunately, I was taken for quite a ride, quite an expensive ride, which I did not enjoy. Normally, you mean to, when you go on a ride, enjoy it. This one was not enjoyable. In any case, so I got to the point where I said, no, it can't go on like this. I am also a businessman, as a Mantis as well. And the two of us started working. He actually worked on one of my vehicles, and he actually fixed the problem that the previous guy had screwed up completely. And then we started talking about what is available in the market for people like myself and the general people out there to solve these issues that you just mentioned now. A lot of guys have been taken for an absolute ride, like I say. It can become very, very expensive. So we went and we started looking around at a few options, and we got to the point where we then decided to purchase a diagnostic machine. And from there on, we decided right now the business starts, and this was the business end of it. Now we've acquired that, and let's start working it. And unfortunately for me, I don't know anything about electronics. I am the marketing guy, and I set up the company and so forth, so that's how that works. But Armand is the clever guy. He's the guy that'll come in there, and he's the guy that'll connect your vehicle to our machine, and then the diagnostic starts, and we obviously work it from there. So that's how that all started.
Okay.
And then with me as well, I had my own workshop for 3 years, so I had experience, or I still have experience in electronical systems. I was more on the auto-electrical side than the mechanical components of it. But I had my own workshop for 3 years, and then we acquired this machine now that we have over here, which is state-of-the-art, the newest one on the market. So we can do all the cars until today's date, 2021. So when we update this machine, we actually get the newest cars that has been launched on the market. We get the files on our computer as well, so then we can do all those cars as well.
So we can be sure that it's accurate.
Yeah, 100% accurate. Yeah, you see, you get a lot of diagnostic machines outside in the market, and some of them, they're cheap. You just plug them in. They'll tell you, listen, here's a fault here in this control module, but it doesn't specify where the fault is laying in which control module or whatever. It will just tell you unrecognized P. This is the code. Where with this one, it will tell you this is the code, P code, and it will then as well give you a full description of the code and where the fault is laying. You can also get a detailed report on a repair reports to how to repair it, etc. But normally we just give those reports to the client as well, supply them the report, and they have then evidence and everything. So when they go and actually see their mechanic and they say, listen, yeah, I've got the evidence what is wrong with my car, that is what is wrong, and I please just want you to fix that. Not the whole list that you want to invoice me for now, that you're probably not going to fix all those things at the end of the day.
Yes, we're going to get to that later.
Yeah, hundreds.
Yeah, let's just focus quickly on the business, What is the mission, and the vision of this business?
I think that the mission was that I saw how people are being ripped off. And our mission is really to make it simple for people out there. We're not saying, not by country mile, that everybody out there are sharks. Please, we're not saying that. Most people out there are very, very decent guys, and you can actually take whatever they say as gospel. But unfortunately, there are the people out there, and they normally, when they see you coming, they can see you a mile away. Okay, and that's going to cost you money. So what our mission is to save people money and to have your vehicle diagnosed correctly, so that you don't have to worry. But like Armand has just mentioned now, you go in for A and suddenly you get B. That's not what we want. So our mission is to really make it affordable for every single person out there to have their vehicle diagnostics or coding done on the vehicle and to have it done accurately. We work on quite simple. We're honest. That's it. That we're honest. We do not negotiate on that. Honesty comes first. If we can't help you, we'll be the first people to say, listen, we can't help you. If we need to send you to another specialist, we will be the first to do it. However, if we can help you, it'll be our pleasure to help you and to ensure that what we said was wrong with your vehicle is actually wrong, and we can help you. So that's straightforward. That's not even negotiable to us.
Like with me that had my own workshop as well, seeing how other mechanical workshops operate and how they actually invoice clients and etc. And that's why we decided to start this business, is to help people, especially lady drivers. They don't know anything about cars whatsoever. They just go to a mechanical shop and say,
you've got to be careful. There
no,
might be some
it is. There can be a few of them, but I'll tell you 90%. And mechanics, if they see a lady with me having my own workshop, they know, listen, we're going to make some bucks here. We're going to make some bucks. We're going to invoice it. They see the dollar signs. That's it. So we want to provide everyone, all clients. There's a lot of them, even men. They don't know about cars. They just drive them. They get in there, start them, drive them. We want to provide them and help them with this machine so that they can save costs at the end of the day. Do you know how I've helped a lot of clients before where the light was just on by something that maybe was just a little bit out of correlation. I align it from, and the light is off from there onwards. Imagine you went to a mechanic then, and then the situation would have been
I just want to mention
different.
this, please, we're talking about unscrupulous people here. Okay, there are, like I said, there are fantastic mechanics out there, and a lot of them are our friends and actually use our machines for that. We actually service the mechanics as well. So there are some guys out there that are absolutely brilliant, and it's an absolute pleasure to work with those guys. But you get some guys out there, and luckily we're not saying who are and who isn't. That's not our job. It's just quite simply to say, listen, guys, just protect yourself. So, but there are fantastic mechanics out there that are our friends that use our machine or our services rather, and get along with them like a house on fire.
Mhm.
It's just to protect you from the guys that, well, that
Yeah.
can be out there trying to make a quick buck out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And as you were talking about now, this amount, also on your page, as I was
Yes.
Yeah.
stalking you,
Yeah, yeah,
as
100%.
I was stalking you, I saw the video,
Yes,
of the 28,000,
yes.
and then it ended up to be 3,000. Right?
Yes, at the end of the day,
Mm.
there was a BMW Control Module actually that was wrong with the vehicle, and it's a funny story with that vehicle as well. The guy had a mechanic to come and check out the vehicle for him, also with a diagnostic machine, not like ours, entry level. And he basically told the client of that BMW that, listen, your car is screwed. The motor has been seized. It will never. You have to redo the complete motor. It's going to cost him $28,000. And this oak didn't feel comfortable with this oak giving him this quote without even knowing all the data. And then the oak someone offered him, listen, I want to buy your vehicle. Let me buy your vehicle. The mechanic with the diagnosis, and he offered him $16,000 for the vehicle, and the vehicle is worth $50,000.
Wow.
Just for him to would have at the end of the day bought the vehicle for $16,000, would have spent around about that $3,000 for the control module and coding. And then he bought a car for under $20,000, would have sold it for $50,000 again. You see, so that is like one of the mechanics that we're speaking of when we say untrustworthy mechanics at the end of the day. So yeah, that client is absolutely, he's happy, and we actually advise him to a mechanical workshop to do that control module for him and find one for him and install it and get it programmed. And now he's sorted and the car's driving again. 100%. There was never anything wrong with the motor. It's just the mechanic was trying to pull a fast one to buy the vehicle or make 28,000 rand and just do one control module of $3,000, and the guy would have paid, and he would have made a complete profit of what, $25,000. So yeah, so we help that client out, and he's a client for life now.
No, we need to really get educated, when it comes to these things.
Yes.
Because we can very easily just go, okay, he said it's 28,000. I'm going to give you the 28,000
That's
because
it,
I
that's
need
If you
my
don't know
Yeah.
any better,
Yeah.
this is the thing. And
Yeah.
most of us, you are either a salesman or this or that. If you don't know about motor cars, how would you know? How would you know? So I mean, I'm a 54-year-old male, so supposedly I'm meant to know about vehicles. I don't. I just simply don't. So you can tell me whatever you like, and I'm most probably going to believe you because I just don't know any better.
Yeah.
So that is the logic behind it. It's just to help the guys, help the people out there to say, listen, guys, don't get taken for a ride. Do this a proper way, and yeah, that's the story behind us.
And just guide them into the right direction and help them. That's what we want to do. That's why we provide them with the report as well. There's other mechanical shops you'll go to, you'll ask for a diagnostic scan, they'll just tell you what the problem is, but they won't show you the report or give you the report. They just tell you, oh yeah, my machine told me this and this and this is wrong with your car. And at the end of the day, sometimes it's not all those things, it's just adding up the invoice to get it to amount at the end of the day. Yeah, so we provide you with that report and we tell you, there's your report, you paid for it by us, so we give it to you. It's your property now, and you can take that report to your mechanic and get your car sorted. We also advise mechanics as well that we actually work with and have a relationship with. So, yeah.
Sure. Very interesting, these things that you are mentioning right now. I hope that the ladies are listening, especially, but okay, men as well.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Of course.
All the markets.
Yes. And when it comes to your business, it's not smooth sailing always, I believe. There are ups and downs. Can you just share with us few of those challenges that you have been facing so far, and also the highlights of your business?
I think the first thing to start off with, everything in business is about marketing. Everything in business is about getting your name out. Letting people know, who is this Care Diagnostics and Coding? Do they actually exist? Who are they? What are they doing? But you need to get your name out so people can, at a later stage, when they hear the name, there's a correlation. They know exactly, oh, okay, I've heard of them before. Or, yes, I know about that. A friend of mine had mentioned it, whatever the case may be. So the biggest, when you start a new business, everything, I don't care how clever you are, doesn't matter, it's all about marketing, it's all about sales. That is what will make you successful. Just as a matter of interest, I'm not going to mention the name because it'll just be plain wrong. But I was in the market for a television set a couple of years back, and I went to a very well-known shop that sells these type of things rather. I went inside and I had a good look at pretty much what I was wanting to buy, and I couldn't find one person to help me in that shop. And then you think to yourself, this company has spent millions of rands just to get me to come into the shop. And when I was there was no service. So that's the other side of it. We believe in the service side of it. If I say I'm going to meet you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to meet you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or as close to 3 o'clock as possible. So getting back to your question, it's all about marketing. It's getting our name out there, and then we are really passionate about providing the correct service. That's all about that. And the highlights is like Armand has just mentioned, is when you see a client that you, only a lot of guys that come to us, you can, or some people rather, not a lot of guys, but when people come to you, and you can see, listen, they don't have lots. Okay, they're also struggling. Of course, we're all struggling. Everybody's struggling to make ends meet, especially in this very, very trying times. To be able to help a client and to know he was not taken for a ride. Okay, and we've sorted his issue. He gets in his car and he can now drive along, and he's as happy as a wherever. Okay, that's quite nice. Just before we came here now, we did a quick scan for a very nice friend of mine. He's also a pastor here in Port Elizabeth. He bought a vehicle that in Cape Town, and obviously when you buy a vehicle from a private person, this is the other thing I need to mention, you don't know what the history of that vehicle is. You don't know where it's been, what it's been through, and all the rest of it. And he did a scan there by us now. Armand, do you tell them more about the scan?
I did the scan, gave him a full report, and the car was actually 100%. Yes, I never get it always. Always when I plug in the machine, there will always be a few codes. This car also had a few codes, but at least all of them cleared. So all the systems is 100% clean. And, for me, that's the most satisfying thing about doing this and doing the detailed reports for the clients is after I help them, the smile that they have and how they feel about it, I've helped clients before with 3 lights on the dash, diesel vehicle. I'm not just going to do the scan. Actually, when I read that code, with my mechanical experience, I actually go and look a little bit. I pop the bump on. It's like, what's happening down here? And then one client I helped, there was one sensor that was just plugged out. Sure. And that one sensor that was plugged out was an Audi A4, caused 3 lights on the dash to be on. I plugged it back, cleaned the complete system, and that car is 100% till today still. The lights never came back. And that oak, he was so happy because they thought, listen, here's going to be bucks going now. And then we helped them. $400, and that oak, we sorted a problem out that a mechanical shop would have probably overcharged him for, but he sorted, and he's happy. And that's for me, helping the client, guiding them in the right direction. It's just having the smile on the face after you help them. That's for me the best, always the best. And as well with me, with the dealership selling some vehicles, is giving those oaks clean vehicles that is 100%. It's the smile on the client's face at the end of the day for me.
It's all about the clients.
Yeah, it is for me, and I want to keep them happy, and they will keep on supporting you as long as you keep them happy and giving them service delivery. They'll follow you for life. That's just basic principles.
Most definitely. Most definitely. You wanted to say something, sir?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening to all the stuff that I'm not saying.
I thought you wanted to say
It's got a nice ring in the ears.
Thank you. Maybe must I apply for some
He's
presenting
making
here?
He's bringing lighting to your day, a highlight.
Even I'm learning as I sit here.
Yeah. What is the biggest lesson, that you've learned so far in the business?
I suppose the biggest thing for me is that, I can't remember the exact saying, but what you see isn't always what you get. And although we all would like the people that we deal with to be trustworthy and stuff like that, unfortunately we live in a world where there's a lot of lies and not necessarily what we... we don't wake up in the morning trying to deceive people. That's not what happens, but it can happen to you where people deceive you. And that is what for me, it's just so freaking important to just, like I say, be honest and keep don't ever judge a book by its cover. That's the biggest mistake you can make in your life.
Yes.
Don't ever judge a book by its cover. So that's one of the lessons I'll say. But then also, it's just people would phone you. Please, can you help me in the meantime? I'll sort you out tomorrow. I don't have the cash. I'll sort you out tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
And I'm married, and it's this. My kids are at school, and I'm, this. But can I, I just need to solve this problem. Can you please help me? I'll come sort you out tomorrow. And then you help people like that because you want to see the good in people. You want to see that, or you want to believe that everybody out there is nice and decent and all the rest of it. And then the next day, after you've helped this person, now you phone back, suddenly the phone's off. And you realize if you phone you from a private number, it's not off. So obviously you've been blocked, stuff like that. So, but
with something that I've learned while we started this business, I mean, it's like, for me, actually your private clients is actually your best clients to have within the business. We have a few companies as well that we do work for, smaller mechanical businesses that don't have money to afford these machines. So then we assist them. And a thing that I've learned with them is you really need to get your money right there and then if you do a scan report for them. Because they just like, no, don't stress, I'll pay you tomorrow. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out at the end of the week. It's good. So with them, I've learned.
I'll pay you on the first. We just don't know what month.
Yeah, yes, that type of thing. We actually still have 3 companies with accounts
16th of
due.
never.
And oh my goodness, we're still waiting for them. We send them the invoices, but they just take forever to pay. Where your private clients and the consumers outside, they're nicest people to work with,
They can't wait.
and they appreciate your service and the report that you give them, and they just love it. And with the mechanical companies, they're like, oh, okay, thank you. And you say like, where's my money? Oh, I'll sort you out tomorrow, With consumers, it's just working. I just love working with people at the end of the day.
Also, just stick to your principles.
And consistency.
Yeah,
consistency is key 100%. You have to be consistent. Yeah.
We've actually, it's a story that I'm not going to say where this happened either, but we've only been going since I think it's probably one of your next questions, since February this year, when the business was registered as a PTY, and we started marketing. And for me, marketing is the best part because you're out there amongst people. I don't like marketing over a phone.
No.
I mean, I'm a very good-looking chap, so for me it's quite.
So for I'm the good looking one.
For the elder ladies, I'm the very looking. In any case, so I like the face-to-face marketing side of it.
Yeah,
And,
like repping.
Yeah, like the repping side, which is so lekker. In any case, so you go out there, and one of the things, and amongst some of the guys would say, what can your machine do? And I said, well, that can do this and this. Can you correct my mileage?
Yeah.
I say, but I don't understand what's wrong with your mileage. What needs to be corrected?
That's the thing, they're trying.
And the story goes, the guy says, it's a little bit high.
Yeah.
So, what do you want me to do about it? No, you must fix it. I said, it doesn't be broken.
It's not broken,
It's not broken. So, in any case, we don't get involved with stuff like that. We make it abundantly clear that we don't do it. Just a quick joke that somebody told me many years ago about the guy that wanted to sell his vehicle. So he takes it to the guy that's now going to sell. Let's call him Armand.
Okay.
He takes the vehicle to Armand, and the car's got 280,000 kilometers on the clock.
Sure.
So Armand says to this guy that wants to sell the vehicle, my friend, I can sell this vehicle for you, no problem, but the mileage is a bit of a problem. Can we maybe sort it out? So he says to him, Armand now, says to him, sort it out, come back to me when you want to sell the vehicle, when it's more, when it's been corrected, if I can call it that, like this other gentleman says. In any case, so eventually this guy doesn't get back to Armand, so Armand phones him and says to him, listen, when are you bringing me that vehicle that you want to sell? The guy says, I don't want to sell my vehicle, it's hardly got any kilometers on the clock, and we don't sell a vehicle.
Yeah. No, with the business as well, I'm just going to quickly mention this is, when we go and see clients, when we rep, there's a lot of clients that ask us for mileage correction and, to drop the mileage. Obviously, to resell vehicles, you have lower mileage and etc. And we just don't do it at all for them. We've done one so far, and the one that we've done is the Oak actually supplied us with his old cluster that was broken, and we could have plugged it in by the car and checked the mileage that it was and plug in the new one and then corrected it to that mileage that was on the old cluster.
So although the cluster was different,
Yes.
it was the correct mileage.
That's it. Otherwise, I tell all my clients, if you don't supply me with a new cluster or your old cluster, then I won't be able to do it for you. I won't.
It's about integrity.
Exactly, you know, because I know what they're going to do. They're going to go and sell that car with lower mileage on the clock, although it's got 300,000, now it's 150,000. And yeah, and then you're going to buy that car at the end of the day with that mileage correction. So no, we don't do that at all.
Sure.
No.
Anyways, you also go to clients, you know, if
Yes.
they have breakdowns.
Yes, yes,
So if
call
I
outs,
have a
yeah.
breakdown next to the road,
Don't
Yes.
call me,
I can
call
call
Armand.
you.
Yeah, you can call me. I'm on
I
my
can
way.
call you,
I'm on my way.
Armand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can come check it
Yes.
out and then
Yeah, give you
Just-
the full report as well by that. Let's say I get there to you and there's something catastrophic wrong with the vehicle and it doesn't want to start. We can organize your breakdown as well. I mean, we've got connections in the game by doing this for, remember with me having, like, I had my own workshop for 3 years, I have a lot of connections. So I can organize your breakdown to get that car to your home or to a mechanical service, or if you, well, we recommend mechanics as well to fix vehicles with these reports that we give, and we give them to that mechanical places that we have a relationship with, and then they help our clients. So then I'll advise you and help you where I can at the end of the day. Yeah, but we do call outs. We go anywhere in Port Elizabeth and help people out there where they are, and mechanical services as
But
well.
we go to Gqeberha as well.
Yeah.
We've been to Edinburgh a couple of times.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
that was my
yeah.
next question.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
go out?
Yes, but yeah, well, sometimes not too far. If we have to go, like to, let's say, what is it? East? No, not East London, man. Just outside Jeffreys Bay.
Jeffreys Bay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll probably go there. It's going to take us a little bit more time to get there and get back to Port Elizabeth. We'll just have a little bit of extra call-out fee charge.
Okay.
And that's about that. But if you're based here in Port Elizabeth, no.
That was my next question.
Yes.
The charges,
Yes.
the cost
So the
involved.
Yes.
first
For
prize
the
for
call-out.
you is to come to us. Now we
Yeah.
operate from Willow Road in Port Elizabeth, from this other business that Armand has,
Okay.
which is called Willow Road Pre-Owned. We sell second-hand motor vehicles. So we operate from there. So if you come to us, you obviously make an appointment first, because we
Okay.
might either not be there or we might be busy with another client. So
Okay.
you schedule an appointment with us, you pop around. The cost for that is 400 Rand. That's a flat fee of 400 Rand for the diagnostic scan.
Okay.
That we'll do. But if we need to come to you, obviously you know what fuel costs nowadays. I can't drive out 400 Rands worth of fuel to make 400 Rand. I mean,
No.
come on, that just doesn't make, and to pay the machine and all the rest of it, and time and so forth, just doesn't make sense. So it's area dependent. So we look at which area you're living. We do a quick calculation, and it's much lower than what the AA rates is at the moment. So depending on, we'll do a quote for a client over the phone. We say, okay, fine, I'm going to meet you there then. Okay, unfortunately, I need to charge you $100, for example, for a call-out fee,
Yes.
or 150 or two, whatever, depending on how far we need to go and the cost
Yes.
involved in that. But then we will come to you, we do the diagnostic scan there. It's just important to also understand that most vehicles, their battery must at least be charged.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
a battery.
Because they need to go into the system. You
Yes.
can't go into the system if there's a flat battery. You know, so at least, but a lot of guys, they just can't get to us. So we actually, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact, when we're done with you guys, we actually going to Motherwell for a scan.
Yeah, after this,
okay.
So actually
client
we
is
go-
waiting there.
Yeah.
So we do
Oh.
call out. Yeah, we
Oh,
come
okay.
to you, help you right there and then.
Okay, that is honestly amazing. That we can, the problem can be detected right there
Yeah.
and then.
Yeah.
And then obviously you go to your mechanic that
Yes.
you can refer.
Yeah, I can refer someone as well. Yeah.
Yes, and then you'll know exactly what the problem is, and then you can,
Yeah.
you don't have to pay now an arm and a leg.
Yes.
28,000
Especially with
minus
us,
3,000.
If it's maybe something small, I mean, it can be sorted out, let's say, in that same day if the car is getting towed to the mechanic, if it's something small. But if it's like major catastrophic failure, like motor seized, obviously that is going to be a lot more. But if it's like something simple, like a small component, a relay, a fuse, you know how many fuses are blown that are actually just exchanged for clients on the spot, and then the car starts and drives again. Especially fuel pump fuses, they like to just blow. You just put in a new fuse and there the car goes at the end of the day. So yeah, sometimes we help them on the spot and even start their car. I started a whole lot of cars for people before that the car just swings, and then it's a fuel pump fuse or a relay or something small. And I do fault finding as well. I've got all my equipment here in this case of mine. Oh no, so I do a lot of testing. I've got test slides. I've got everything. Amperage testers, voltage testers. So I test all the components right there and then. If that machine tells me that there's the problem, I actually go there and I go look and I go find the problem. And if I can find it and sort it out for the client, then I do it. I mean, I am there, so let me might as well, check where the problem.
Are you gonna go like this?
Yeah, this is my everyday wear. This is how I.
Remember, it's electronics, eh?
Yes.
It's cleaner than the oils.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look good while fixing.
You must. And I sell cars as well. So if you're gonna sell a car, you need to. I can't walk there with mechanical oil stains and like, hey, you wanna buy my car over here? You're gonna say, hey, this guy, hey.
Oh wow, I'm having a good time now. Anyways, how can the listeners and the viewers get hold of you?
The best thing is to contact me personally. It's 0845 711 118. That's my personal cell phone number. I will, at a later stage, change it to the AutoCare dedicated number, but wait for that to happen. But give us a shout. We've also got, you can phone us or you can go on emails. You can contact me on Werner at acdcoding.co.za. And you just leave us a message there and we'll get back to you and make contact with you again and we can take it from there. Simple as that.
You can also give them a WhatsApp message. That will also work.
Absolutely.
And you can go on our Facebook page. Actually, all of you listening, give us a like, Facebook. Share, comment, recommend your friends. We'll love it. We're actually trying to get out there now by building the page and just go see.
The big thing is obviously, I think one of the first questions we had is how do you get your name out there? And nowadays you've got social media, and social media is a very, very, very powerful medium rather. And if you see something that you like that we've posted, please love it or share it, whatever. But just get it out there because our success is dependent on our clients first and foremost. We need to reach them. But we can't expect to be successful if we don't do a proper job. So obviously that's our side of it. We will sort that out. But I mean, and also it is to save people money. I've been in the position where a person looked at me when I went for in this one time, and I was told 35,000 rand. That takes the wind out of your sails ever so slightly. Okay, and your day, if you had a good day up till then, suddenly it's going a bit south right there and then. Okay, so it's not nice to hear that kind of voice, news rather, and we're trying to help you to not get that kind of news, and if it is that bad, we'll try and soften it for you a bit.
Lay it in smoothly with a report. It's like, I'm sorry to tell you, but we've got some big problems over here.
But I really think there's definitely a place in the market for us. There's no doubt about it. And the other thing is, I don't know how far we are with this interview, but if I like with Armand, if you buy a car from Armand, you get a diagnostic scan proving that this vehicle is indeed what Armand told you it's going to be like, or the condition it is in. So for me, that is extremely important. I will not buy a vehicle over the internet from anybody. I don't care what his name is. I will not buy it from anybody if you cannot prove to me that this vehicle is in a sound condition. Because you get guys out, you might get guys out there that tries to sell you a vehicle. He doesn't know nothing about it. You know nothing about this vehicle. And when you go around the corner, the lights starts coming on. It looks like a Christmas tree on your dashboard. And when you turn around to go back to Joe Soap, you suddenly find that Joe Soap has already blocked you. Okay, he's no longer at the spot where you saw him at last time. But now you're stuck with the problem. So if you're going to buy a vehicle, I'll tell you what, I'm not talking new vehicle. That obviously is something completely. And if you buy from a reputable company, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to if you're buying a vehicle that you might be the second, third, or fourth owner. Get yourself a diagnostic. Contact us. Let us do this test for you. Do not, and I can't reiterate this more, or enough rather, is don't go and buy something that looks like an orange and suddenly you find it's a sour lemon. It's going to cost you thousands. Our cost is, like I said, 400 rand, and we open about it. It's the cheapest in the market. Okay, it's very cheap. So I'll rather pay 400 rand and then walk away from something that I know was going to cost me 20,000. I'd much rather do that. Okay, Because we give you all the information on this vehicle, and we'll say to you, listen, if it was us, we wouldn't touch this thing with a pole. If you want to buy it, by all means, but this is our diagnostic results of the scan. And if you decide to buy the vehicle, by all means, I'm not going to say you shouldn't. All I'm saying, you just be aware of what the issues are. So we show you that off the bat, so you know exactly where the problems lie.
Yeah, most definitely. We need to be wise about these things.
Otherwise, it's going to cost you money.
I mean, it's a vehicle, it's an asset, it's something that you're going to buy for your, let's say for your business or for yourself. That car needs to take you from A to B. What's the use? You buy it now, you drive 500 kilometers for that matter of fact, and then you're stuck with the car, and the car's broken, and you need to replace.
You can Uber or Bolt.
Yes, so, you can probably do that, but I mean, why
option.
did you buy a car at the end of the day, you know? So just make sure before you buy a vehicle that you buy something reliable. You know, just get that scan. Just know that all the electronical systems is in 100% perfect state before you buy that car. And then you know you bought something decent. Instead of just going to buy, you pay 50,000 for the car, and then next thing you know, you have to spend another 20 to get all the electronical systems fixed, or the motor, or whatever the case should be. So just
Those
for that
things
peace
aren't
of mind.
cheap.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
especially
not cheap.
now, vehicles with electronical systems. All the vehicles now, all of them has got electronical systems. You know, so you can see basically everything of the car with this diagnostic report.
Yes, we have sadly come to the end of the interview.
No, I think we're a little bit over. if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, but do you have any words, last words that will stick to our listeners and our viewers when it comes to this, purchasing of cars without, and as well as, having breakdowns, what the business that you are doing, to just motivate them, to make use of, the diagnostic coding.
Well, I'll say it's in our name. It's Care Diagnostics and Coding, because we care at the end of the day. We care about the client. We want to give them the report. We want to help them where we can. So that's it. If we'll help you where we can. And we care about our clients and obviously vehicles, because we're passionate about it. So we'll help where we can,
Get the scan done.
Get
the
scan done.
End of story. Get the scan done. If you feel that you don't want to get the scan done, lie down a bit and wait till you want to get the scan done. Get the scan done.
There we go.
No, that's us.
Oh, yes, listeners and viewers, this is rather, Care Diagnostic and Coding. Go like their page right now and go check out the videos. They have the videos that shows, the work that they are doing. It's all for your benefit, to save on spending, money that you could actually be saving.
That's it.
And giving out.
Absolutely.
And then thank you very much, guys. We really enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm going to see you guys in a short time again with my other business. I say thanks for everything.
Follow the marketing strategy.
Yeah. Thanks,
It's a win-win.
Yeah, so thank you very much,
Okay,
gentlemen, for coming.
I say thanks,
Thanks,
Appreciate
bye-bye.
Okay, enjoy your day.